The science, I will give you information afterwards. The science is, we're dealing with 18th century science. We know better now. If we want to. Good morning, good morning. I am Michelle. Okay. So, have a layer of something that you can reach for when we finish. And then, as ever, we're going to start on the back. And just start the engine in the belly. Start with what we know, start where we know we are. And really, starting on our back is the way that we rest. So hands on shins. Feel how as you rest here with your feet supported, your knees falling into your hands, feel your body widen and settle. Feel your breathing widen, and as it does, it will slow. Let your elbows open a little bit. That there is space within you. That there is time within you. Keep the right hand, left leg long, left hand overhead. Flex your foot, press into your left heel. Drop your left leg and just let the whole left side keep widening, 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 widening. And feel now the breath lengthens through the left side as though the breath now could reach into your hip, into your shoulder, into your heel, and into your hand. And changing sides. Left hand to left knee, right hand overhead, right leg long. Widen, drop the right rib. Oh. And then lengthen. And from right here, right hand to shin. Left hand opens. And closes and right. Come in on your own pace. And can you move here, releasing the hip and the shoulder without constraining what you've just opened? Stay wide, stay long. Each reach is less about the fold and more about the inhalation into the feet, into the hands, as though you were pressing the walls around you a little further away. We just stay and let a little bit of heat settle into the body, a little motion into the hips. So you're more than welcome to stay exactly as you are, or putting the hands behind your head, elbow to knee, and a little rotation through the spine. Inhaling one side, exhaling the other, your eyes closing. Anytime it's too much, you bring it back down to the floor. But the center of this moment, turning through the spine, is higher. So on your back, holding your shins, your awareness is in the navel, in the belly button, and actually 2 inches back into the body. And here, elbow to knee, we're coming into the solar plexus, where the ribs meet, the space between the navel and the heart. 5, 4, 3, 2, hands to shins, set it down. And roll right up onto hands and knees. If you need to pad your knees, set a blanket underneath your knees so that you can put weight into your left knee and bring your right knee into your chest and tap your right toe back. So knee to chest and back. And as you reach your toe back, you lift your chin, and we start to find length out of that contraction. And you keep the movement of your hips steady and easy. Let your attention come to rest in the heels of your hands. And without moving, your fingers spread evenly on the floor. Try to spin your right hand to the right, clockwise. Your left hand to the left, and feel your shoulder blades start to engage on the back. So that now you have a little more command in the chest to pull your heart forward. 3. Work here or bring your right knee to your right shoulder. And cross your right foot back behind you to the left side. Opening into the ribs and to the chest. Letting your breath get bigger. If needed, it's out the mouth. For 3, 2, 1. Put your right foot wide out in line with your right hip. Come onto your fingertips. Your left toes are tucked under. Tuck your chin, drop your head, sit your hip to your heel. Inhale to hands and knees, fingertips, broaden your back, and settle back. Finding the inner right thigh one more time, rising. Right foot flat to the floor. Keep your outer foot wrapping down. Feel the outer foot, the outer ankle, the inner knee, the inner hip. Now a little side to side with your chest. Yeah, there you go. So we're opening the heart with a lot of asymmetry today. Rise up. Put your right foot outside your right hand. All the way off the mat. Turn your toes out to 2 o'clock. And bend your right knee, right hand just comes easy up. Hips a little forward, a little back, a little forward, a little back. We'll make more. Starting to feel that as we open the outer hip, the outer body, oh, there's space inside. Right hand down, hands, knees. Left toes tap back, left knee to chest. So as your toes go back, your chin comes up. So we're starting to round and release the spine. Your breath gets bigger and steady. Anchor your attention into the heels of your hands. Try to spin them away. And really you're rotating the upper arm bones and the shoulder blades on your back, and you'll feel as your hands engage, the movement gets stronger and the breath is stronger. Left knee to shoulder, cross to the right. So find that diagonal. Letting your head follow the path of your left heel to the left and to the right. 3, 2, 1. The left foot steps up outside of in line with the left hip. Come onto your fingertips, tuck your right toes under, and then hips to heel. Start to find the inside of the left leg and rise up. Lengthen. On your exhale, tuck of the chin, hip to heel. Stand in the outer left foot. 1 more. And set it back. So your fingertips are long. Your armpits are floating. Your left foot's on the floor. And feel from the foot all the way to your heart. So that you can step your left foot up outside of your left hand. And a little bit forward and a little bit back. Good. Left hand comes up high. And it might be very small to start with. And then pause. Bend your left knee. And the left hand comes downward facing dog. Press down and away. So again, weight and attention in the heels of your hands. And then find the weight and attention instead into the base of your knuckles. If you had your feet, you'd have your heels and the balls of your feet where your toes meet. Feel the heels of your hands and then the balls of your hands and bring the weight into the balls. Now try to turn your palms. Turning the palms opens the collarbones, drop the head, shoulder blades to the spine, press away. A little space behind the heart, a little more space behind the heart. Look forward, walk forward, add your blocks beneath your hands, please. Hands to hips, big bend in the knees, sit down, heart up, stand up, hands stay low, just stay, stay, stay. Notice your neutral. And let's begin to try to change our neutral, not by force, but just following the breath, hands up high, lift of the chin, heels down, bend to the knees, hands wide, tuck. Left foot steps back, left knee down to the floor, and then two hands come up high. Breathing in, lift of the chin, and then two hands coming down. Step your left foot up. Good. Hands to hips, stand up tall, reach up wide. And we're going to bring it down the middle. Instead of sweeping wide, hands come right down the middle, bend the knees to the blocks, right foot steps back, right knee down. Hands to the shoulders, hands up high, inhale. Hands to the shoulders, bring it down to blocks. Step up, fold in, meet that. Hands to the shoulders, head up, hands up. Hands to the shoulders, tuck your chin, fold. Here's our flow. Left foot steps back, left knee down, hands to the shoulders, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Step up, fold in. To shoulders, inhale up. Big bend in the knees. Right foot steps back, right knee down. And up. And down. Step up. And fold down. Left foot back, left knee down. And fold. Step up. And rise. And fold. Bend your knees, right foot back, right knee down. To rise. And to fold. Step up. Good. Reach up. Now go wide. And notice how that changes. Left foot back, left knee down. Sweep wide, rise up. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms away, straighten the front leg and bend. And now let the movement of your hips start to change the chest. Inhale up, a little wriggle and down. You're just rising right out of the knee, out of the pelvis. One more. Press yourself back, stay. Wrap your left hip forward, your left heel high. Slowly bend the right knee. Press your left toes down into the floor. Go 3, go 2, go 1. Hand down. Step up to change. Sweep wide, big bend in the knees. Palms to the heart. Stand. Notice the left side neutral. Changing. Sweep wide. Bend in the knees, sweep wide, hands to the blocks. Right foot back, right knee down, hands up high. Interlace your fingers forward and back. Take it forward and back. And you're using your back foot to press down to give you stability. You're using your front heel to help your hips forward and back. And then when you're upright, pause, press the right toes down, the right hand high, and the left knee controls your intensity as you come forward, come forward, come forward. Press your right toes down, your right hip forward, your right hand high. And widen down. Set your blocks forward, downward facing dog. Pausing. That suddenly we have a little more space, which makes a little more breath. Step your left foot to meet your right foot. So the left comes closer to center line, right heel comes high. Come onto your left fingertips and feel that change the left side breath, the left side lung. The right hip will wrap down and the right hand is strong. Left hand down, right foot steps up outside of your hand, just like before. Left knee down, put 2 blocks under your left hand. And you can take the blocks a little bit wider. if you choose, so that when you put your hands to your blocks, you have this big space inside. So the right hand can make a huge circle, allowing your front leg to straighten and bend. So reach as far into the periphery of that right hand circle and use your head and your eyes. Watch the tips of your fingers and feel how this circles your chin, the crown of your head, the rinse of the neck. Good, one more. And we will reach the right hand up overhead, arm beside ear, stay. Right leg straight bend, straight bend. Sending your hip back and then forward. Sending your right hip back and then forward. Now stay with your right knee bent. Lift the left knee off the floor. Press your left hand down, revolve. And a little forward and back to open the back foot, the back calf. So you're rocking on the ball of your foot. Spread the bones of your foot. Lengthen your back toes. And then looking down, right hand down. Two knees down. Set the blocks to the right. And then we'll meet in down dog. And feeling as you press into the balls of your hands, the shoulder blades into the spine, the ribs to the body. Coming home. Fortifying our heart, making space in the chest. Walk your right foot towards your left, so the right's near the center line. Your left heel comes up. Good. Weight in the left hand and the right foot, right fingertips. Drop your jaw open and just allow the whole right side to release. Let the left side support you. Left heel high, left hip rolls forward. Right hand flat. Step your left foot up outside of the left hand. Right knee down. So the right hand comes onto those outside blocks. Good. And then a big circle. And then a big circle. So set up your base. You have 4 points of contact. Your back toes, your right knee, your left foot, your right hand. Now the left hand makes the largest circle it can imagine, and your eyes follow the full circle. And give it the hint of a smile. And imagine you are tracing the circle of the field of your heart. The electromagnetic field of your heart reaches all the way beyond itself to your fingertips. Keep your arm beside your ear, stay. From your heart, in your mind, trace that full field and fill it with breath. Hips forward and back. Hips forward and back. You are powerful and expansive. Right hand down, back knee off the floor, rocking forward and back to open the feet. The chest is free, the breath is large, the body is sound. Scissor your thighs, look up. And then look down, 2 hands down, step back down, dog. Feel the space of your heart. When we are afraid, concerned, unwell, hurried, the space around the heart contracts. At a physical level, the pericardium, peri, around, cardium, heart, that tissue that surrounds, protects, contains the physical heart, is shortened. It extends all the way into our hands. So again, into the balls of your hands, the base, where the fingers meet the hands. Try to screw your hands apart. Right hand turns right, left hand turns left. Open the back of your chest. This activation of your hands is activating the tissue that surrounds your heart. It is physiological. And knees down. Awesome. Set your blocks aside. Walk yourself to the left side of your mat and come to belly down. Right hand goes wide, right palm to the floor. Spread your fingers. So this awareness that your hand holds your heart. Put your hand to the floor, fingers wide and elegant. And then walk your fingers away from you as you roll to your right ribs. Drop the right side of your head. Bend both knees softly. So the left hand is planted flat, in line with your shoulders. Your left elbow is over your left wrist. Bring your left knee high, and then just set the left foot flat behind the right. So both knees may be bent. Let your left hand be heavy into the floor and lightly press it away from your body. Drop your head more, let go. Let the temple rest on the floor. You're not trying to turn your chin at all. And just soften the right side chest, right side shoulder. Let your left knee fall open and open through the belly. On your exhalation, feel the left side shoulder can release. The left side hand, the mid-body. And bring your left knee down to the right knee. Press your left hand down to bring your right hand in. And we'll change sides. So you bring your knees to the right side of the mat. You bring your body down to the right side of the mat. You walk your left hand wide to the left. And as you turn onto your left ribs, walk your fingertips away. Bend your bottom knee. And then raise your right knee and drop your right foot behind the left. And looking at your right hand, your palm down, your right elbow is over your wrist. Your wrist is aligned with your shoulder. Let your hand be heavy and lightly press it away from you. Drop your chin down toward the left shoulder and drop onto the left temple. And then notice the left palm in the floor. It can gather and instead find the base of your thumb, the base of each finger, and feel the center of the palm floats off the floor. And then soften. We'll open one side at a time today. Feel the asymmetry. Soften the left shoulder beneath you. Soften the right shoulder above you. Release the left thigh and glute beneath you. Let the right foot be heavy and the right knee fall open above you. And the breath. And let go of what's on the left side of your heart. And the breath a little bigger, the lips a little softer. And to the center. Take your time and make your way into down dog. And that might be all the asana your body requires. Put a big bend in your knees and pull your heels over your feet, pulling your ribs towards your thighs. Press your feet down and your hips up. Drop your head and reach your heels back. So that becomes a wave, a bend of the knees, heels over the feet. Hips up, press up, hands down and away, reach your heels back. And now it's as though you can lengthen your chest into your feet. Bend to the knees, heels up, hips up, waving up, heels back, and down. So if that's the practice that you require today, walk your feet forward, drop your seat, and find your way to rest on your back the way we began. Or the left foot steps up. We're going to walk the hands to the center. Bend of one knee, bend of the other. Because really, sometimes we're so tired, I can be tired, and say, as much as I love this, I really don't want to do more, and I don't need to do more, but I do need to be able to breathe again. So fingertips under your shoulders, getting further now. We opened one side of the chest and the other. And now we get into the hips. The inner thighs. Move from the outer feet. And just stay moving softly side to side. If the floor is far, add your blocks under your hands so that we can get a little bit of space, a little bit of height. Good for 3. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. There's more stashed in there than you realize. 2. Good. And find center. Turn your toes so softly in. Bigger bend in your knees, hands to your hips, just like we stood up. Drop your seat and stand tall. And stand tall and pause. And if your feet are overly wide from that opening, heel toe, so that you feel stable in your feet, hands wide. Putting a bend in your right knee. Take your left hand down towards your right foot. If that means you require a block, find the block. Hand is under your heart, look up to the right hand. Find that turn through the seat, lengthen your seat back, the heart long. Put a gaze to the floor and then inhale, stand up tall. Bend your left knee, right hand down to the floor, to the block. As you turn, left rib over right, left shoulder over right, gaze turns up, feet are even, spin, seat back, heart long. Looking down, reach wide, stand up. Adding on, bend your right knee, left hand down. Right hand reaches overhead so that the arm is over the ear, the palm facing the floor. Good, this will be inhale. Exhale, right hand high, look down. Inhale, stand tall. Let's go. Exhale, bend the left knee, right hand down, revolve. Inhale, reach left hand over the top. Exhale, left hand up, look down. Ha. Stand tall, breathing in. And left hand down. Inhale, over, hip back. Exhale, look down, right hand high. Stand tall, hands wide. Bend the left knee. Revolving. Inhale, reach over, lengthening. Exhale, revolve, look down. Inhale up. Right knee bends. Inhale over. Exhale, open, look down. Inhale, reach. Last one, bend your left knee, right hand down. Ha! Reach over. And up. Good. And stand tall. Just feel a bit, feel a bit, feel a bit. The chest starting to influence the head. Out the hands. Step your feet up to the top. Add your strap. And put the blocks up at the top of the mat on either side. Hands go behind you. I love to double up the strap. Just gives me more to hold on to. The strap is the width of your hips so that when you hold the strap, you can feel your hands are on the outside edges and the heart's high. So the knuckles down, the heart up, the heels down. Keep the chest leading. Bend your knees. Bend your knees. Spread your collarbones. And you can float. There's a little bit of a bounce. Good. Fold down. Lift your hips. Lift your hands. You're still buoyant. That you could lift and lower your toes. And that little buoyancy, that little bounce, shaking a little space into the upper back, a little left, a little right. Right? Drop your head. Drop your hands to your hips, drop your seat, lift your heart, stand up tall. So our flow begins, bend to the knees, tail back, hands up, hips up, folding. Bigger bend in the knees. Drop your seat, drop your hands to lift your heart, stand up tall. Sitting down. Folding over. Lengthen the backs of your legs and then sit down and lengthen the front of your heart. 2 more. Sit down, firm, deeper, deeper, deeper. Where can you go? And then hips up, hands over. Lengthen your toes. Sit your hands down, your seat down. We go 1 more, all the way up. Excellent. And all the way down. Hips up, hands overhead, staying. And again, a little bit side to side. And the little bit side to side is allowing you to get into the sides of your spine, turning your chin, and then pause in the center, rock the weight onto the balls of your feet. Lift the back of your legs up higher. Lengthen your toes, and then hands to your hips. Lead your heart up, sit down, stand. Pause, pause, pause. Use your feet. You're going to get a little ride. Stay steady. Hold the strap. All the way out the jaw. So set your strap down. I have a block in front of each foot. That way when I fold down, fingertips find the blocks. Right under my shoulders. I'm good. Bigger bend in your knees, tail back. There we go. So there's safety, right? Right hand on the right side block. Left toes tap back. So wherever your right foot needs to be under your right hip to feel balanced, lift and lower. Just feel like if you lift your left foot and hold it up, you feel good, you feel stable. Lift your heel, good. So we'll take the right hand to fingertips again. Square the hips, square the heart. Keep your left heel lifted. Good, so we're nice and stable. Right hand reaches back and catch the top of your left foot. Yeah. Okay, look forward onto your left fingertips. Drop your seat. Ready? Left hand to hip. Stand up tall. Awesome. Now notice your right toes probably pulled in toward the heel. See if you can lengthen your heel down and open the length of your foot. And you'll feel that lengthen from navel to floor. Left hand high. Open your left toes and press into the ball of your left foot. Left hip forward. She's gonna wobble. 3. Open the left side. 2. Open the right side. Beautiful. So we go down the way we came. Left hand to hip. Bend in the right knee. Gaze comes down. Left hand to block. Right hand to block. Left toes down. Beautiful. If you were toppling and springing, we'll try the right side. Bigger bend in the knees. Shake it out. Wag your tail. So weight into the left foot. Draw your right heel up. You can bend and straighten. And just feel that you're anchoring yourself into your left leg. Making sense of it now when it's balanced, right? When you've got support. So you come onto your right fingertips. Heart up. Left hand back. Catch the top of your right foot. Square your hips. Navel to spine. Feels like we're living sort of like this a lot of the time. In a weird half asymmetrical bind, right? So anchor into the left foot, right hand to your hip, stand up tall. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Press your left toes back. Take your right hand high. Open the right side. So if you don't reach your hand, just press the tips of your toes to the floor. Right tips of the toes. Lengthen your left foot. And open the right side hip, right side body. Out the way we can. Hand to hip. Gaze down, right hand to block. Left hand down, right foot down. Beautiful. Step back. Down dog. And so that asymmetry really gets into all the spaces that get ignored. I can feel changes in my chest by really reaching where I have not ordinarily gone physically. But I think emotionally we're in a lot of new territory. Knees to the floor, knees together. Tops of the feet to the floor, feet together. Walk your hands a handspan forward ahead of your shoulders. Put a bend in your elbows. Press the tops of your feet down to press your navel into your body, your chin to your chest, and press back towards child. You may not get to child, so keep your arms long, keep your hips back. We're just going to start to come forward and back. As you come forward, glue your heels together. Glue your knees together. Anchor into the balls of your hands and try to spin your right hand to the right, your left hand to the left. Feeling the shoulder blades on the back. Always a little tuck of the chin, navel to spine. And you're doing it with intention and you're building ability. Good. 3, 2, good, and 1. Down dog, notice the change. Press down and away. Drop your head, knees soft, body quiet. The beat of your heart. Right foot steps up, left knee comes down. Right hand to your right thigh. Top of your left foot flat. Left hand high. So pressing the top of the back foot will give you stability. Notice now if you need a blanket. Drop your hand and notice as you come back and forth, do I need a blanket? If so, set yourself up. We'll go 3. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left hand stays high. Look to the fingers. Right hand behind you to the left thigh. Press the left thigh down into the floor. And again, the asymmetry. Let it open your jaw, your eyes, top of the left foot into the floor. All the way out. Shake out the jaw, shake out the face, reach to your fingertips, open your gaze, widen your perspective, tuck your chin, left hand down. Down dog. Ha! Left hand, left hip, left heel, all long and strong. Left foot steps up, right knee comes down. Top of the foot flat. Left hand to thigh. Sweeping up. Good. Drop down, let go. Hips back. Soften and rise. As though smoothing sheets on a bed. And rise. Gaze follows fingertips. Left hand to the back of your right thigh. Left hand presses the thigh down. Your thumb is in, your fingers are out. And press the top of your right foot down. Into the palate of your mouth. Into the sockets of your eyes. Let your legs be strong. Draw your hands apart. Look to your right fingertips, splay your hand. Tuck of the chin. Right hand to the floor. Down dog. And notice your dog. Right hand, right hip, right heel. Bend to the knees, lift your heels to the balls of your feet. Lift your hips up high, hands away, heels back and down, drop the chin. There we go, bend to the knees, heels up, hips up, hands down, heels back. Float your heart away from your feet and press your hands away and your hips high. So make a little more length instead of dropping your heart. Heart floats, arms reach, hips high. Spin your hands away from each other, shoulders back. Good. Knees down. Take your blocks. Last action on the hands. You're going to make a little wall. So this would be on their belly, and this is on their side. So we're making a little ball in front of your knees. A wall, not a ball. Walk your hands forward so that when you lift your knees and you put your thighs down, I have to move mine back. So I'm going to put them right in front of my knees. That when I'm in plank, I can rest the middle of my thighs. And when I put my thighs, I can float my feet. There's like a little bit of a lever. And I'm never going to let my toes leave the floor. So adjust anything you need. That you're in the middle of your thigh bone. Drop your heart to the floor. And feel that your feet can come up and down. And now you put your feet down and then really tuck your toes under towards that block. Heels of your hands down beside your ribs, your chin down, your elbows in, walk your toes in and find the balls of your feet on the floor. Press into your heels, navel to spine. Heart up, heart up, heart up. Oh, whew. So turn the chin to the right and draw your heels closer. Turn the chin left and really walk your toes a little bit closer. Thighs are strong. Lift your thighs. Good. Bend your elbows. Tuck your chin. And then inhale, rise. Navel long, down, and up. It seems harder when we're really working. But if we get a little bit of a space where we say, I'm just going to move. Move from your heels, move from your legs. Now, if you choose, fingertips is actually easier, as much as that sounds crazy. So we've done one fingertip at a time. Try both. And you're flushing out the front body. Who knew? Strong in the legs. Bring your heels a little closer. One more. Heart up. Pause, 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 pause. Wrap your elbows wide together and forward as though your upper arms are drawing your ribs forward. Good. Tuck the chin, hands down, knees down, hips to heels, blocks out front. Keep them on their edge. Hands, wrists on the blocks. Sit back. For 3. For 2. Rising up, set your blocks forward. Take your left hand with no drama behind your right wrist and put your left shoulder to the floor. And just rest. Let the hips wash side to side a moment. Drop onto the left temple, a little tuck of the chin. Open your left hand. And as you open your hand, you may find your chin rising towards your right shoulder. They're related. Work there or reach your right fingertips overhead. And then walk your fingertips towards the left. And stay on your fingertips. Work there or lift your right knee and tuck your right toes under. Let it be quiet. Maybe the fingertips walk to the left and fall into the back of your upper back. Coming out, right knee to the floor, right hand back beside your face, palm down. Square it off, hands and knees. Drop your head, and then hips side to side. Big drop of the head, big hip side to side, side to side, side to side. Even the knees. Right hand behind the left wrist, right shoulder to the floor. Right side of your head drops. Left palm flat in front of your face, lightly down, lightly away. Open the right hand. Walk your right hand forward onto fingertips. And then your fingertips walk to the right. stay. Lift the left knee if you're choosing. Left fingertips walk right. Dropping onto the side of your head. Falling into the back of your upper chest. And right knee to the floor. Left hand back. Press straight down. And come right onto your back. And pause. And just let a neutrality, a new neutrality settle through the chest and the shoulder and the back. Feeling a change across the chest, the face, the jaw, the mouth. Our heart knows how to beat through its contraction. To fortify the heart, we don't need it to contract more, we need to give it more space. So we fortify by widening. Hands on shins, the way we began, right? Hands on shins. And in this space, feeling the abdomen widen, just like we did. Shoulders drop, chest is broad. A sensation of being the sovereign of your body. And that chest opening can create some compression in the low back. So I want you to flutter out your feet. And then a tiny forward back with the knees, forward back, forward back. You're just letting your hips peel off the floor and then drop. And then flutter out your legs, flutter out your feet and a little forward back so that the low back feels like it can let go if it's holding. Good. Heels high, legs straighten, hands overhead. This will be your inhale, flex your feet. As you do, tuck the chin and lengthen the back of your neck and press your seat like you were sitting on the floor. Bend your knees, hands to shins. This will be the breath out, pull it in. So inhale, heels up, hands up. Exhaling, hands to shins. Heels as straight up into the ceiling as you can go. And exhale, hands to shins. Widen your back. Heels up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands to shins. Inhale, heels up, hands up. Two more like this. Just a sweet counter pose to make sure our spine goes home happy. And one more. Heels down, elbows down. Put your heels right under your knees. Press your heels down to float your hips. Press your elbows down to tuck a shoulder to tuck another. So that the hips are floating, the heels are heavy. And as the elbows go down, the heart comes high. So stand in the heels and stand in the elbows. Lightly press the back of your head into the floor. Open your hands. So the heels are heavy and the low back is released. And as the low back is released, as the heels are heavy, the pelvis widens. Good, roll down. Widen your heels, put your hands overhead or out wide. Let your knees move. One falls in, one falls open. One falls in, one falls open. Doesn't need to be a big move. I'm more interested in the knees falling in than the ones falling out. So just listen to your back and your pelvis. And in this sort of washing of the inner thigh, we're washing the connection between the inner hip and the low back. And just let that lengthen all the way through the back of your abdomen. And find center. So let's put something together here and finish it out. Walk yourself to the right side of your mat. So your whole body is on the far right side of the mat. You know, when you're sleeping in a bed and you're trying to make space for someone else, that's what we're doing. There's going to be another person joining you there. So your left foot comes to your right hand. Bring both feet off the floor. Cross your left under your right, and your right hand catches your left foot. Awesome. Drop your left outer knee to the floor. You can come onto your left outer hip. Just adjust what you need to. Left hand holds your right knee. So we have opposite hand on opposite limb. Left hand to right knee, system check. Right hand onto the left foot. Now, the way you were washing your knee in and out, continue that, but we're just keeping your hand. So we're getting a little bit deeper. Feel where it needs to go, feel where it can go. So you have a couple of things that you can be doing. You can be drawing your left hand a little closer, deepening the crease of your right hip. You can press your right knee away to the right, and this will stretch the back of your left shoulder and your right inner thigh. Or you press your left knee away, and you open the left front of thigh, left hip. So lots of options here. Here we go. So we're going to take the neutral, come onto your left outer hip. Everything's held. Left hand is going to go overhead. Right leg goes long. Keep hold of your left. You're going to roll onto your belly. Ready? Turn over onto that right side of your mat. Look forward. Straighten your right leg and your left hand. Yes, lift off. Lift everything that you can. Right foot, left hand, left foot, right chest. 3. Fortify the space around your heart. 2. Out the jaw, out the mouth, open and close your left fist. And then we're down the same way. Left thigh to the floor. Right thigh down. Roll over onto your back. Keep hold of the foot. Left hand to your right knee. It's best I got it, a digital world. A little bit side to side. I can see Stephanie made it. I'm going to assume that you made it mostly. Now, listen, here we go. Release the left foot. Put the left foot flat. Right leg straight. Left hand overhead. Pause. And feel. Left knee's bent, foot flat. Right leg long. Left hand overhead. I know that my body has a tremble right now. And this is the nervous system releasing distress. If you've ever seen an animal that's been hit by a car, and you get out and you check on them and they shake, and their nervous system is shaking, is determining what's harmed, what's not, what's needed, what's not. And then all of a sudden the shaking stops and they stand up and they run off. So just feel if there's a little tremble, there's a little release. And then it will pass and you have no idea what you've just shaken loose. Good. All right. Walk yourself to the middle of your mat. Put your arms out wide. Right leg stays long. Left knee bent. Lift your left foot off the floor. Keep your left knee softly bent. Arms wide. Actually, let's go up and over to the left with your hips. So bring your left foot back up, and we're going to roll onto the right outer hip and drop towards the floor. Now here's the thing. Come back into center. As you drop your bent left knee toward the floor, keep your left heel higher off the floor than your knee. So the knee doesn't actually touch the floor, but the heel's higher to the center. So inhaling, the knee comes up. And then exhaling, it rolls over. Keep your heel high, keep your heel high. Spin your knee down. Last time to try that out, because then we're going to pause. Your left knee hovers, not on the floor. Spin your knee down, your heel up. You're on your outer right hip. Straighten your right leg. Find the outer foot to the floor. Stay 3. Left hand may go a little higher. Left knee spins down. Left heel spins up. Right leg strong like you're standing. Left hand wide like a wing. And back to center and clear it out. Neutral. So onto the left side of your mat, please. Now let's see if we can build it up. So if we ran into anything above you or beside you, set it out of the way. You remember how to get in? Lift your feet. Cross your right under your left and catch the top of your right foot with your left hand, and your right hand holds your left shin or the front of your knee. And then you make your way onto your outer right hip and then allow yourself to move side to side. And just explore how far can you take the left knee left, and then across. How far can you reach your right knee away? Crazy. And a little straighten and a little bend of that top leg. Explore, 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 explore. Good. Now we're on the right side hip. It's simple. Now we know what to do. Right hand overhead, reach out. Reach into your right kneecap, get long there. Left leg straightens, roll to your belly. Look forward, look to your fingertips. Lift your left heel, lift your right hand, and lift into the ball of the right foot. Lift everything. The heart of the universe beats in your heart. Fortify your heart. Give it space. Lift it up from all angles. Widen your gaze, widen your jaw, widen your smile, and then set it down. Roll to your right outer hip. Come back and catch hold of your left knee. Settle. And again, side to side. Explore what's opened, explore what's changed. Good. Good, good, good. And center. So you release the right leg. Put your right foot flat. Hips to the floor, spine neutral, left leg straight, right hand overhead. Right foot flat to the floor, left leg long, right hand overhead. And just notice if anywhere has a little bit of a tremble. Drop into the back body. Set down what you carried to the mat this morning. Set it down more. But for this moment, everything you've chosen so far is perfect. Drop. Set it down more. Drop the arms, drop the chest. Drop the hips and the heels. And smile. Now begins our practice. Arms wide, walk yourself to the center of your mat. Draw your knee up, so your foot off the floor. Lift your right heel. So left leg, we need to go up and over to the right. Just one turn, so you can come onto your left outer hip, left outer foot. And draw your right knee up now. And drop across to the left. You don't find the floor, you're going towards it. And then inhale up, heel a little higher. You can flex, point your toe. Whatever needs to happen, drop your knee down and you spin your right heel up. Good, centering. As you turn, your knee turning down toward the floor, your heel turning up, turn your navel to the right side waist. One more. This big asymmetry all the way through the body. So outer left foot to the floor, right knee drops, right heel high. Take your right hand a little wider, a little higher, and spin the knee down and clear your heart. You bring it to center. And feet flat. Hands to body. Heels wider than toes, find neutral. Feel the energy of your chest. Widen it. The energy of your throat, around the neck, and the jaw, and the mouth, tops of your shoulders. Widen it. Invite it. Open it up. The energy of your head, your brain, your thoughts, your perceptions, and beyond your head, the space around your head. Open this. And all the way above you. Crown of the head. Your imagination reaching at least 12 to 20 inches beyond the crown of your head, and then just widening that attention. As you're ready, the legs go long, the heels shake out, the feet shake out side to side, the knees up and down. Legs long, arms long. So this is a perfect place to stay if you choose. We'll come back to Shavasana. Stabilizing ourselves for the days, weeks, months ahead is much more possible if we activate steady breathing rhythms. So if you like, I will do 2 rounds of Nadi Shodhana and 9 rounds of Om, and then return to Shavasana. So you choose staying here, concluding, or building your breath and your sound, and then return. With me, knees to chest. And roll your way up. If you've never done any breath work, you are absolutely invited to start now. If you have that extra layer, a blanket, a shawl, a sweatshirt, socks, especially if you're sitting on a cement floor, can get cold. So set yourself up. It's very, very simple and very accessible to all of us, and absolutely as necessary as brushing our teeth. And people say, how can I strengthen my nervous system? How can I use yoga to feel stability during this time? It's right here. So we've made all this space. Left hand, thumb first, fingertip touch, lift it up, loosen it, turn it side to side. And then arm softly extended, just drop and feel where it lands, and keeping the wrist open, the elbow open, the shoulder, the jaw, the throat, the whole left side, easy. Right elbow will bend. You bring your first 2 fingers together and fold them into your palm. Take the tip of your 4th finger, your ring finger, and reach across and come to the corner of your left eye, then slide down the left side of your nose until you feel the bone end and it softens. Right behind the flesh of your nostril, close there. Just breathe easily in and out the right side. The left side is buoyant and soft. Relax your right thumb.
Just allow your breathing to become regular and smooth. No change. If you notice that right now you need to quickly blow your nose, it's a great time to clear that. And then releasing the fourth finger, take your right thumb to your right eye corner, down the right side of your nose. Close where the bone ends, behind the flare of your nostril. Long, smooth breathing on the left side. So one side, left or right, will be easier, more accessible. One will be a little more challenging or more difficult to breathe. Just slow down. Whenever you encounter that more difficult side, just slow it a little bit and give it some time. This breath technique will even them out. Good. So because it's the morning, we begin right here, breathing in through the left side. Close the left, open the right, breathe out through the right. 2, 3. In right, 2, 3. Close right, out left, 2. Let's go to 4 counts. In left, 2, 3, 4. Out right, 2, 3, 4. In right, 2, 3, 4. Out left, 2, 3, 4. In left, out right, in right, out left. Let your right hand come down, rest easy on the thigh. Let your hands be heavy, and the weight of your seat may draw back a little bit, back towards the backs of your hips, and the legs relax. And the heart comes a little higher, the chin lightly in, the back of the neck long. So this ever so slight tuck of the chin. And we'll do that again. 3 full times, back and forth. Right hand to rise. Exhale through the lips. Close the right, in left. Close left, out right. In right. Out left. In left. Out right. In right. Out left. One more, your count. As you finish out the left side, just let your right hand settle. Thumb, first fingertip touch. Notice if there's a little more balance between left side, right side. Soften your shoulders and your face. Right hand to rise. Turn your palm towards you and put your fingers together. Your thumb is up. And slide your fingers, but not your thumb, underneath your left armpit. And your thumb is going to fit into that real soft spot between your shoulder joint and your chest. Just a little pressure. Left hand, palm faces you, fingers together. Slide your fingers under your right armpit. Yeah. And now drop your arms and draw your body into your arms and your arms into your body. An act of consolation. As you do, relax your hands a moment. And feel your breathing really fill that space that we're held. That I can't hold you in person, but I can build an embrace here. And I am holding you in my intention. I'm holding you with my attention. Be held. Notice which side, left side nostril or right side nostril, is a little more difficult to access, to use, to breathe through. So if my left side is more challenged, I'm going to press on the left side spot on my chest. So I use my right thumb. If my right side is a little blocked, I use my left thumb. Now we're just going to hold that spot, hold that embrace, relax the arms, sit tall. And give it a minute or two and notice if the breathing begins to even out. No force, just an invitation. Keep the whole body softening and receiving. Notice if, as you gain some access, left side, right side, evening out, that the brain has a sensation of opening, widening, settling. The breath will follow. When there's a balance, make an even balance in your thumbs. Notice the mind settle. And then feel the breath open. All of it effortless, just invitations. That any concern that may have gathered over the week could lose its grip on you. That you could return to the good soul that you know that you are. That you could see your beauty, that you could feel your joy, little at a time. And there's that little return of bliss, ever so slight. You let your hands down and feel it through your body. The heart of the universe beats in your heart. We are never separate. We just think so. Rest here, or we will do 9 Oms. A in the belly, U in the chest, M in the head, and you will both enliven and clear this inner space you've made. Keep it simple. Ride the body. Inhale. heart of the universe beats in your heart. Expanding the field around you and within you. Stay seated as you choose, unfold as you're ready, keep yourself warm. Rest 5 minutes on your back. as you deepen your breathing. Soften the chest, the hands and the jaw. When we engage with yoga, we have the opportunity to become loving and affectionate towards who we are. Our intention is to turn into ourselves, to become ourselves, to connect to our hearts, our souls, and let there be play. Let there be dance. Bhava is this state, becoming intention, becoming love, becoming affection. Bhava is based on bhu, to become, to be, to arise, to come into being, to exist, to be found, to live, to stay, to abide, to happen, to occur, to cherish, to foster, animate, enliven, refresh, encourage, promote. Breathe now in a way that enlivens you. Feel as you begin to return into the hands and into the feet an affection for yourself. On your back, hands overhead. Straighten your arms, press into your feet, press into your hands. Palms turn away from the top of your head as you can. On your inhale, bend your elbows, bring your knuckles to your crown. Broaden the collarbones. Here's inhale. Press straight, exhale, 3. Inhale, bend, soften, widen. Exhale, lengthen, press, navel to spine. Pause, empty, relax the diaphragm. There's a little vacuum. And inhale, hands to head. Knees to chest, hands to shins. Shake out the hands, the knees, the feet. Make your way to an easy cross-legged return. Sweeping wide, reaching high. One hand down, one hand over. One hand down, one hand over. Open and close your hand as it goes. And know that that space around the heart extending all the way into the length of your fingers. Now sitting upright, interlace your fingers. Here's exhale, tuck of the chin. Inhale, knuckles to the head. Exhale, press. Land in the heart. Inhale, widen, open it. Exhale, press, land in the heart. Soften the belly, rise up. Palms together, exhale, thumbs to the forehead, center. The light in me, the love in me, sees the love in you. Hari Om, Namaste. Have a fantastic Saturday. Save it, replay it. It's always up on YouTube. If you practice with me on Kundalini during the week, we will be finishing our 40 days. This Thursday is our last. On Friday, we'll start a new one. Fantastic. If you like, join in. If you were planning, because you have a little extra time on Thanksgiving and you wanted to do practice, I will teach on Thanksgiving, but I will teach at 9 a.m. If you wanted to join me live on the East Coast time, it would be 9 a.m. on Thursday of Thanksgiving, and on Friday of the day after Thanksgiving. So 9 a.m. Thursday, Friday. Everybody welcome. Bring family, bring friends, show them something new. And I will see you so soon. Sat Nam.